Positions on Baglama. Up to now we learned some basic things about the Baglama. Now we will learn how to use our left hand on the Baglama handle, so in other words, on frets. We'll learn how to move the fingers of our left hand on the handle. Up to now, I've given you some information, especially the notes, the relations of the notes to one another, the positions of the plectrum, and so on. Now, you'll learn how to use your left hand. When I say the positions on the Baglama, I mean the position of your left hand's fingers on the Baglama. But before using your hand, you should learn some more things about the relations of the notes. First of all, you should know that the sounds follow one another with 4.5 comma intervals. This is the main principle of the Baglama. Because of all the positions that will be used are basic on this logic, we can also explain this phenomena like this. If we call the bottom string of Baglama La, our next sound or note will be, with 4.5 comma interval, flat C. The sounds following one another like this is called chromatic system. Positions on Baglama is related to and based on this chromatic system. Since it is supposed that in this system the sounds follow each other with a 4.5 comma interval, and since our first fret on the keyboard of Baglama is called flat C, so the following note would be, with the 4.5 comma interval, C. Then comes Do, and it goes on in this way. But Baglama's fretting system on the handle does not follow the chromatic system. So we have to learn more about the fret system of the Baglama and the notes on the handle of the Baglama. If you look closely, you'll see that on the handle of the Baglama, in one scale, there are 17 frets. Actually, we call this a fretting system of 17. This means between natural notes there are 2 more intermediate sounds. On the handle, from flat C to sharp Do, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different frets. The notes on some of these frets will be indicated because there are the notes used only in Turkish music. These sounds are used only in Turkish folk music. The rest of the sounds are the sounds that are part of the Western chromatic system. These are flat C, C, Do, and sharp Do. On our left hand, other than our thumb, we have 4 more fingers. You can see that. It has been counted up to 4 here. Each number shows with which finger you'll press the handle. The notes in between, for example, flat C2, can be pressed with our first finger, or sharp Do 3 can be pressed with our 4th finger, or we can press it with our 3rd finger as well. I have told you that there were 2 intermediate sounds in between each natural sound. Since we call the bottom string of our Baglama La string, the next note would be C. So, there should be 2 intermediate notes in between La and C. But one of these intermediate notes is a note from the Western music, and the other from the Turkish music. This is called flat C2. If we go over the 17 frets that we've mentioned before, we'll see this. Our first fret, flat C. Our second fret, flat C2. Our third fret C is C. Fourth is Do. Fifth is sharp Do 3. 6th is sharp do, 7th is re, 8th is flat mi, 9th is flat mi 2, 10th mi, 11th fa, 12th sharp fa 3, 13th sharp fa, 14th sol, 15th sharp sol 3, 16th sharp sol, and 17th is la. When we play the string without pressing it, it would be la. So this is an octave. Octave is the set of 8 natural notes. What I mean is, we were talking about la. 8 notes lower on the scale, we arrive at la as well. This la is 1 octave lower than this la. And on the contrary, this la is 8 notes sharper. That is, 1 octave sharper than the other la. From this la to this one, or from this la to this one. From this la to the above la, there are 2 octaves. So, you see that there are 8 notes in 1 octave. Now, let's see the frets that we have been mentioning on the Baglama itself. From this point, that is flat C, we'll go to La, where the second octave is completed. If we count one by one, it goes as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 fret system. Up to now, you've learned how to hold the Baglama, the musical notes, the sound systems, based on these sound systems, the position of your fingers on the Baglama. Next time, we'll analyze each position one by one and make exercises about these positions and play some songs. I wish you success in your studies.